Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price as we head into the weekend. We are testing and breaching 41,950, and we all know this is an extremely important support level for Bitcoin. And with this new 4-hour candle opening up as the first full candle below the $41,950 level, I had to get this video update out to you guys within 30 minutes of this candle opening, because this is going to potentially put a downside scenario on the table where Bitcoin can come down and test the range of 34,788 and 38,000, being the fact that this is not only major market structural support, it's a major level at 41,950, but even in the macro, notice how 41,950 has held Bitcoin even before we saw the new all-time high. We stayed at this $41,950 level before seeing continuation of the upside. One scenario that a lot of people have been discussing in our Discord and in our communities, this potential more macro bearish trend of a head and shoulder pattern where we're currently testing the neckline at 41,950. And what would be the potential target if this were to play out? That would actually be an even lower target than 34,788. But I am certainly going to be putting this on the books that I expect Bitcoin, if we see a free fall from 41,950, to find some buyers here between 38,000 and 34,708. But if we were to see a more prolonged bear market and we were to potentially even see further price levels to the downside, for those that have asked me, what do you think the worst case scenario for Bitcoin can be? I want to talk about this multi-year trend line that it dates back to the March 2020 crash. And it also has held us when we were at the $10,000 level before we skyrocketed above 60,000 to new all-time highs. And we've never come down to test this level again, but it's actually sitting just at the $28,000 to $30,000 level. And that would be, in my opinion, the worst case scenario if Bitcoin were to just free fall. And I wanted to just throw it out there for those that were asking me. And another major market structural support level here is the 100-week moving average, sitting just at the $30,000 level. So the 200-week is sitting just above its previous all-time high at 19,000, right around the $20,000 level. So we finally got that above the previous all-time high for Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin's never broke an all-time high and then come back down and breach its all-time high. And so this is a very important time for Bitcoin. I think a lot of people are addressing different scenarios, being the fact that we're fully outside of the 50-week moving average now for the first time with this weekly candle that's about to close in 2 days. It's completely detached from the 50-week. And so it puts more downside potentially on the table, of course. And that's the worst case scenario that I think I would put on the table for Bitcoin to come to that $30,000 level. But I don't think that would happen before we'd find some garden variety market support here at 34,780 to 38,000, maybe come back up to around the $45,000 level, test the monthly open. And then if we were to see prolonged bearish pressure, then maybe later down the road we could test levels below 30,000. But I don't think Bitcoin is just going to slice through 40,000 down to 30,000. And so I just want to make that clear. And this could all come off the table if we just conquer 41,950, our current candle high, 41,832. That might happen. It hopefully could happen. I think that it's certainly still on the table. One puzzle piece that I would like to put on the table here is the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, for those that are bullish on altcoins, has finally come down and tested this major market structural support, which was previous resistance. And this is something that if you're bullish on altcoins, we've been waiting for, because if we expect altcoins to continue further up, we're also expecting the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, which has been a leading indicator for altcoins, to continue further up. And this, so far, in my opinion, would be garden variety most downside we could see on this Ethereum to Bitcoin chart before we start to see upside, because it's a major market structural support. I wouldn't expect Ethereum to Bitcoin to even breach below 75,000 Satoshis if we were to expect more bullishness for altcoins. And so this is a puzzle piece on the table. We finally got this Ethereum to Bitcoin chart down to this level. It's causing the Ethereum to US dollar price to slip below 34.54. Unfortunately, when you slip below 34.54, it opens up this range where in the past Ethereum has been able to slice through 1980 to 34.54. So our support right now is 1980. If we can't get back towards 34.54, That's happening because Bitcoin is testing 41,950, which we all know is an extremely important support level. And so an interesting way to enter the weekend where the markets are going to be the most manipulated. Total market cap fully below its 200-day moving average right now, approaching a major support at 1.78 trillion. This is going to be something to monitor. I expect the bottom here to come very soon. I think that we're seeing an overreaction in cryptocurrency markets to the DXY recently moving up. Notice how we closed the week back below this major resistance. The S&P 500 is still above all of its daily moving averages, closing the week at its 50-day. That doesn't look like a bear market to me. Japan and the international markets have slowed down. They haven't been showing much price action. The Euro 100, though, back testing this previous resistance as support. Nothing really too concerning outside of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets. Even gold and US oil quite calm. So the environment is ripe for Bitcoin at some point or another right now to see a reversal back to the upside. If we can just get back above 43,000, that's where we've got confluence with this market structural support which was breached. If we can get that back as support, that would be the first bullish checkpoint for us to start looking at upside targets, and then we have to conquer 44,800. But 41,950 is certainly an extremely important level. As this 4-hour candle opened up, I knew I had to get this video out to you guys because that starts to open up the downside scenario, and 38,000 in my opinion to 34,780 is going to be the place that we first find support before seeing continued upside. And so 41,950 more important than ever here for Bitcoin. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you all for tuning in to the Snipers channel today. It's going to be an interesting weekend to say the least, and I'll see you guys next time. Snipers.